Hello friends! My name is Anne and welcome to my channel, The Many Ventures, where I talk about all things Pooh Bear and more. Today I'm going to talk about my experience at the Crislu Jewelry Trunk Show. I will talk about how I found out about the event, how I was able to shop at the event, my meet and greet experience with the designer, and what I got. So if you're interested, keep on watching. So if you don't know what Crislu is, it is a jewelry brand. It is famous for the Disneyland marquee design, at least these days. So if you have seen the Disneyland marquee necklace, bracelet, ring, that's what's popular these days. I do have the necklace and the bracelets. I have been trying to find more items that are related to Winnie the Pooh. So I have the necklace right here. This is from Crislu. And I was told that the other items that they have available for Winnie the Pooh at Crislu is only available at a trunk show. So thankfully, my being a member of the Magic Key group on Facebook, somebody posted about an announcement that Disneyland placed on their website, pretty much unannounced or unofficially announced, somewhere tucked in their website about a Crislu trunk show coming up. So I was super excited because I missed out on the last trunk show they had, which was at D-Landers in downtown Disney. I obviously could not make it there because people were lining up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and there's just no way I would be able to make it in time for that. So when I found out that the upcoming trunk show was going to be inside Disneyland, I knew I would have a better chance because nobody could go inside the park before like 7-ish because of rope drop and whatever. So I know I had a better chance there, and the fact that not a lot of people were talking about it, and they didn't even officially announce it on their Crislu Instagram account, which I thought was surprising. So they didn't announce it until like maybe a week or a few days before, and I actually got super worried because I thought it wasn't going to happen because they were just not announcing it. So I even reached out and was like, hey, are you still having the event? And are these items that I'm looking for going to be there? And thankfully they responded soon, and it was a yes. So I knew I had to be there, so I already was able to plan out a park reservation, and fortunately everything worked out for me. So I got inside the park around 7:30. I knew it was going to be inside the Emporium. I just wasn't sure if it was inside the jewelry shop. So when I walked by the Emporium, there wasn't really anything happening. There was no line. There was like a cast member, but I wasn't really sure because she was standing more towards the entrance to the park rather than where the jewelry entrance was at. So it took me about like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to figure out what's going on. So I finally decided, you know what, they're not talking about how they're going to do this, and I'm afraid I'm going to miss out. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to go and ask. So thankfully I asked. So by the time I asked, they told me they're doing a wristband process. So basically you get a wristband, and then on that wristband you get a number in line, and then they have a designated return time. So by the time I got my wristband, I think I was already like in like the high 30s, low 40s. I'll show a picture of my wristband. And my return time, thankfully, was still the first return time for that day. So I made it. I just wish they had announced it, but I get it. They don't want a rush of people. So if you're unsure, definitely talk to a cast member. And I know they did use a wristband process for the event at D-Landers, so I think they're going to be doing that moving forward. I didn't have to wait in line. It was a hot day that day, and since I got there around 7:30ish, the event doesn't start till 10, so I was freaking out that I might have to wait in the hot sun for hours for this trunk show. But because there was a return time, they told me, no, go get some coffee, get yourself settled. So I enjoyed the park for a couple of hours, and I came back like about 15 to 20 minutes before my return time. And they do order people by the number that they have written down on your wristband. So there's no like cutting just because you got back early. that you suddenly get to move up the line. No, they were very quick, efficient, and fair for everybody. So I like that process, and the fact that I didn't have to wait in line in that spot. I guess it's probably just for crowd control as well. And you can tell nobody knew what was happening because they were like, what's this line for? And they didn't have a sign at all anywhere that there was going to be a trunk show. So if you either knew beforehand or you found out that moment. So the event started at 10. I didn't get in until like almost 11. And the reason for that is, so like about 45 minutes and I'm like, oh, I got through the door, I can finally start shopping. No, there's another line inside once you get in. And unfortunately, they were like allowing like maybe 5 to 8 people to kind of look around their tables, because there's tables set up with all different kinds of jewelry designs. And the difficult part was some people were there like, I would say a long time, a lot longer than they should have been, because they were trying to figure out what ring size they were, or they were like just trying on all sorts of pieces. I mean, like if you're going to buy them all, or you really are just like, you know, wanting to buy these pieces, fine. But they could see there's a long line. And if you're just sitting there trying out sizes, I mean, that should have been like moved over to the side, and whoever was ready to purchase could have been moved to the other side rather than just having everybody wait, which was a little frustrating, but it's okay. I remained patient and calm. So by the time I got there, I think it was like 11:15-ish, maybe longer. I don't know. At this point, I was just like, can we just move on? So yes, they do have a lot of stuff laid out. And yeah, if you really want to enjoy this trunk show, yeah, definitely take your time. Don't worry about us people who are impatient. But I honestly knew what I already wanted, and I just wanted to be in and out and give other people the opportunity to enjoy the trunk show, to really enjoy the other items. But they really should have a set line where if you're ready to pay, just go there. So I think that's what took a lot of the time for everybody. It was finally my turn, and the designer was actually the one that helped me out. I actually felt bad because she was the one that was busy helping someone, but she could tell that I was just standing there waiting to be helped for way longer than I should have been. But she was so sweet. She is the designer, and her name is, I hope I'm not butchering this, it's Amire Parstabar. So she was really nice. I just immediately asked for the items that I wanted, which was only available at the trunk show. And she asked me if I wanted her to sign the boxes, which she did. I'm going to show you right here. So here's a box, and here is her signature. There's no like personalization like to Anne or something, whatever. She just signed it, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But I thought that was really cool. I complimented her on her work, and you know, like I said, I just wanted to be in and out. So it was a short meet and greet, but she seemed really nice. So kudos to her. So I guess I'll show you guys what I got, right? So first up is, I got 2 items because I think that's all they have for Winnie the Pooh. If they have more than this, please leave me a comment down below, because I'm really interested in trying to get all the Winnie the Pooh items. But like I said, I already have the necklace, and it has a matching bracelet. So here's that. And the reason I like Crislu, because I know you can get other like jewelry like Bauble Bar and whatever brand that has a Pooh Bear design, but because Crislu is like covered in like real gold or real platinum, it doesn't tarnish and it doesn't get ruined. So you could basically treat it as if like it was a normal full-on gold bracelet, right? So you could take a shower, go to the pool, you know, just dry it up, and it's a really nice design. And a lot of the things that come with Pooh Bear jewelry, they tend to tarnish. So I know this one won't. And there's also a lifetime guarantee. All you have to do is just take a picture of your item and the receipt and submit your lifetime guarantee form. And here's the item that they didn't quite advertise. I only saw it once on their Instagram, but when I was there at the trunk show, I was looking around and I saw these and I just had to have them. So these are the matching earrings. So, yay! And then this one was also signed. So both boxes were signed. If you have a magic key, regardless of what level you have, you get a 10% discount. That's the highest discount they'll give. All sales are final, and you have 30 days to register your item for the lifetime warranty. And I didn't know that they gave freebies as well. I don't know if there's like a threshold for how much you spend, but I got this Crislu dust bag, and inside it is some earrings. I don't know if you guys can see that. So they're like studs. They're not the flat backs. That's okay. But if these won't tarnish either, that's awesome, because I used to be the one that shops at Claire's, and I love them, but then after a while they just tarnish and just gets thrown out. Of course, you get what you pay for, right? But the fact that I got this for free, and if it doesn't tarnish, that's awesome. So yeah, so that was my experience at the Crislu Jewelry Trunk Show. I really recommend their brand. Really nice designs. So that is it, you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you want more videos like this, please hit the like button. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And of course, subscribe.